In the bustling village of Kanok there is a girl called Rehab. She lived in a small house with her father, mother and brother Musa. They were a very happy family. Rehab was a tall, slim, and beautiful teenage girl with curvy hips and moderate bust. Rehab and her brother were very bright students. It was a new academic session. Musa was excited about entering a new class, which is SS1, while Rehab's SSCE result that was recently out was very good. But her parents didn't have enough money for her to further her education immediately. Their father, Mr. Gabo, is a farmer and the mother is a petty trader. Rehab was loved by most people in the village because she was very respectful, hardworking, and obedient. At the beginning of every academic session, Honorable Zamani, who is a very rich businessman that is from Kanok but lives in Abuja, comes to the village as to oversee the packaging of the raw materials he used for production. The only difference is that this time around he came with his son Gumen. The gossip going round the village was that his son was meant to learn the family business from scratch, which means learning where the raw materials are gotten from, and how to supervise the packaging and shipping of the raw materials to Abuja where it will be processed to finished goods, and have a first-hand knowledge on the quality of the raw material and also groom him on how to relate with the people working for him with other life lessons that he can only learn from experience. Gumen was a tall and handsome teenager. He was very kind and respectful. In no time the people in Kanok village grew to love and respect the young lad. On a Sunday morning, the Zamani's cook Misa was involved in an accident and it resulted in her sustaining injuries. This made the housekeeper Mr. Adamu start a search for a temporary cook. Pending on when Misa will fully recover, Rehab held about the opening and was very pleased because the extra cash will enable her save up funds in preparation for her university, which her father had pleaded with her to be patient till the next year because he did not have money. Rehab went to Honorable Zamani's mansion for the interview and the housekeeper was pleased with her food, answers, and the way she conducted herself out of the 5 other ladies that came for the cook position. The housekeeper, Mr. Adamu, said to Rehab, "You can resume on Saturday." "Okay, sir," Rehab replied. Rehab walked home happily. When she got home, she called out to her mother, "I got the job. I will be able to save up for my tuition fees this year. Well done, my child." Rehab's mother said, "Please don't forget why you took this job in the first place. Make sure you put in your best and by God's grace your dream of becoming an agricultural engineer will be fulfilled. Meanwhile, I need to go to the market again. Sales was good this morning. I was able to sell off the yams I took to the market before 1 p.m. So I came back to carry more. If business goes well, you might be able to resume university by January." Rehab smiled happily. "Thank you. I will go to the market with you." "No need for that. Just stay at home and prepare dinner so that when your brother and father comes back from the farm they will have something to eat." "Yes, Mama," Rehab replied. That evening, when her father and brother came back, she told them about the job she got and her father was pleased. On Saturday, Rehab resumed work at Honorable Zamani's mansion and was given a brief tour and orientation on what is expected from her by the housekeeper. In no time, Rehab mastered her duties and worked diligently. Days turned into weeks and Rehab continued with her routine in the Zamani's mansion. On this day, Rehab was rounding up for the day when Gumen came into the kitchen. "Good evening, sir," she greeted him. "Evening," he responded. Many young ladies in the village were smitten by him. Seeing him today, Rehab realized why. Since she started working in the Zamani's house, their paths have never crossed. She only saw him in the family picture in the sitting room and the picture did not do him justice. He was far more handsome in person. "Are you the temporary cook?" he asked politely. "Yes, sir," she answered. "What is your name?" "My name is Rehab," she answered. "I have enjoyed all the delicacies you have been creating, but I must say I particularly enjoyed the egusi soup you prepared last Monday. I hope you wouldn't mind sharing your recipe with me. he said while taking water from the fridge. I don't mind, sir, she stammered. I will hold you to your words, he said while leaving the kitchen. Gumen could not get his mind off Rehab. She was different from the girls he had met. Even though he is young, he had traveled a lot and had met with a handful of girls his age bracket. There is something about her he will like to explore, he thought to himself. As days passed, Gumen and Rehab became very good friends. Gumen was intrigued by her intelligence and kindness, while Rehab was surprised at his humility, intelligence and concern for other people. Their friendship blossomed until Gumen started avoiding Rehab. Rehab tried reaching out to him severally, but Gumen kept his distance. On one occasion where Rehab tried to initiate small talk with him, his response was, Rehab, can you leave me alone? I have serious work to do and you are distracting me. Rehab left him quietly, and she also tried avoiding him because the way he spoke really hurt her feelings. On a Tuesday evening, Gumen was relaxing in the garden when the housekeeper asked Rehab to give Gumen a glass of fresh orange juice. He is in the garden, Mr. Adamu told her as he handed her the tray containing the glass of orange juice. Rehab dropped the orange juice on the stool by Gumen. She wanted to go, but she really wanted to clear the air. She is not okay with the falling out between her and Gumen. Gumen, she called out to him, what did I do or say wrong to you that is making you avoid me? She said, her voice shaky and her eye filled with tears threatening to fall. Gumen wanted to ignore her again, but seeing her hurting, he couldn't handle it any longer. Rehab, this is hard for me, but it is very necessary that I keep my distance from you. Why? Rehab asked. Because you are a distraction. How am I a distraction? She asked. Silence filled the garden for what feels like eternity before he answered her. I can't stop thinking about you. Anytime I am with you, I'm so happy. The world stops for me, and all I want is to be in your company, and each time you had to leave, I keep on anticipating the next time I will see you. Gumen came close and held her hands, looking at her straight in the eye. Rehab, I'm in love with you. I don't know how I fell for you. I don't want to know how my life will be without you again, because this past few days I have been avoiding you was torture. Rehab, please be my girlfriend. There was another long silence. Rehab was stunned at Gumen's confession. She really liked Gumen, and not speaking with him this few days was torture for her too. We are still young to be in a relationship. Gumen quickly responded, sounding a little desperate. Please, can you think about it first? You don't need to give me a response now. Rehab nodded. Okay, I will think about it. When Rehab got home, she couldn't sleep. She really liked Gumen. The past few days he was avoiding her was not a good experience for her. But Gumen Zamani is the son of one of the richest men in Nigeria, and she is just a village girl trying to live a moderate life. After so much thought, Rehab knew she had to make the hard decision. Gumen was doing all he can to woo Rehab, like plucking a flower from their garden for her, writing short love notes to her, making it a duty to escort her to her house each time she closed from work. One day, when Rehab was mopping the floor, Gumen cornered her in one of the corridors. Rehab, do you have an answer for me? Your silence is killing. I really like you, Rehab said, but I can't date you. We are from different social circles, and I'm still young to start a relationship. I should be focusing on my books. Gumen drew her close and gave her a short and passionate kiss. When he broke off the kiss, he said to her, Rehab, can you stop being logical and embrace how you feel? Do you love me? He asked her. Yes, I do, she answered. Then that should be all that matters. The next few weeks were very exciting for the new lovebirds. They had to keep their relationship a secret because they know that their both parents will not agree to it, considering they are still young. On a Sunday night, Honorable Zamani went to Gumen's room to inform him he has to go to Abuja early the next morning. Gumen pleaded with his father so he could stay back, but his father insisted that it's important that they go back to Abuja in the morning. That night Gumen sneaked out of the house to inform Rehab about his sudden trip, but assured her that he will be coming back soon. Weeks later, Rehab wasn't feeling well, and her mother took her to the clinic. There, the doctor confirmed that Rehab was pregnant. Her mother was so shocked at the news of her daughter being pregnant that she fainted immediately. If you enjoyed this story, kindly subscribe to my channel, like this video and click on the notification bell so you will be notified when part 2 is out. Thank you.